Shalom, everybody. It's Gav. At the suggestion of my wife, who is staring daggers into me right now. Yes, I see you too. Don't stare at me in that tone of voice. Now she's laughing. I am, instead of getting angry in one of my videos, I'm going to share a feel-good story. And this is actually, in a way, this is pretty touching. I was not expecting this. So Hamas fired a Grad rocket into Beersheba earlier this week, and an Israeli mother heard the warning quick enough, and in less than a minute, she gathered all of her 3 children to safety. And they got out of the building, or they got into a bomb shelter before the rocket hit. It destroyed their home, but they're safe. Really kind of a heroic thing. And this is a Times of Israel article I'm going to read out loud for you. This woman's obviously a hero, but she received some visitors, and I'm going to read this article. It's from Times of Israel, which is an English language Israeli publication. And I'm going to point out some things after I read the article that I think are really kind of extraordinary. Okay, so here we go. The article is entitled, "Gaza Teen Paralyzed in IDF Strike Visits Beersheba Home Destroyed by Rocket." A Palestinian teen who was paralyzed by an Israeli airstrike in the Gaza Strip over a decade ago this week visited an Israeli family who narrowly escaped with their lives after a rocket fired from Gaza directly struck their home. Maria Aman and her father Hamdi traveled to Beersheba to make a donation to the Tamano family, whose Beersheba home was completely destroyed earlier this week by a Grad rocket. "We heard what happened and we wanted to help because it's a very difficult situation," Aman told Channel 10 News on the way to Beersheba. "Both sides need to stop what they're doing because every time this happens, I go back to the moments when I was injured." Aman was critically injured in 2006 when the IDF struck the vehicle of a senior Palestinian Islamic Jihad commander in the Strip. The blast and shrapnel from the Israeli missile struck the Aman's car, killing 4 members of the family. Maria, her brother Moamin, and her father Hamdi now live in Jerusalem, where the 17-year-old has undergone years of medical treatment and rehabilitation. At the Beersheba hotel where the Tamano family was staying, Hamdi Aman warmly embraced Miri Tamano, saying her scramble to get all 3 of her children in the bomb shelter in the middle of the night was inspiring. Quote, "I have no words to describe what you did. I was so deeply moved that I came here to strengthen you," he told the single mother of 3 boys as they handed her their clothing donation. "You have touched my heart and I salute you," he added. "You are a wonderful woman. I don't think I would have managed to do what you did, so congratulations." Atiri Tamano told the Amans, "You are the ones who have touched me. It's not an obvious thing to do." She told Hamdi Aman he was very sweet and very human. "I don't usually touch men, but I just have to hug you." According to the IDF, a Grad rocket loaded with some 20 kilograms of explosives hit the Tamano residence at around 3:40 a.m. Wednesday after sirens sounded in the city. Tamano's ability to wake up, jump out of bed, rush to get her kids, and get them into the shelter before the bomb hit, all in under a minute, has been credited with saving their lives and likely keeping hostilities in the restive region from snowballing out of hand. The explosion knocked over several of the home's walls and destroyed most of its contents. Tamano and her sons, ages 8, 9, and 12, were unharmed in the attack, but their home was completely destroyed. As victims of what Israel terms a terror attack, the Tamanos are eligible for assistance from a special fund managed by the Property Tax Department of the Israel Tax Authority. Hours after the attack, the department said it would transfer an initial sum of NAS 10,000 shekels, it's about $2,700 American, to the family, and would also cover the costs of the family's hotel stay until new accommodations could be found. Under tax authority compensation rules for terror victims, the government will fund the rebuilding of the Tamano's home, but the process will take months. Meanwhile, the Jewish Agency for Israel also gave the family an emergency grant of NAS 4,000, about 1,100 American dollars, to help cover immediate expenses. Wow. I mean, no way around it. That's pretty remarkable. I mean, there's a couple of remarkable things here. One, this woman got all of her kids to safety in under a minute in the middle of the night before a rocket hit their house. A Grad rocket is one of the bigger rockets that Hamas has at their disposal. So that's one miracle. None of them were hurt. Another miracle, aside from that, is if they had been killed by that rocket, almost certainly we'd be at war today. I would have been violating Shabbos this weekend to work and to manage things on the intelligence side of things, and we'd probably be at war in the Gaza Strip. So that's the second miracle that we avoided another war. And for the final thing, this Palestinian family that's originally from the Gaza Strip, with an injured family member, went and visited them and donated clothes to them. I never would have expected that to happen. And what's more remarkable is we killed 4 members of this family, and we injured one, paralyzed one in 2006 when we took out a terror commander in the Gaza Strip, and unfortunately, they were nearby when we struck that target. And that's very unfortunate. That happens in war. And while that is sad that it does happen, I'm not going to apologize for it. It's unavoidable. So there is that. But what's remarkable is that we're at war with these people, and yet after we injured a member of this family, we had not only the injured member, but his immediate family members come into the country. They live in Jerusalem now, and I'm sure they've been undergoing medical procedures at our expense. It's a she that's was disabled in the airstrike. So that's pretty remarkable. If the shoe were on the other foot, this is a joke. We all know the answer to this. If Israelis were injured in a Palestinian rocket attack, would Gaza take in injured Israelis if they were more powerful? And no, of course not. These are people that are, the Gaza Strip is run by genocidal whack jobs. But very interesting story, and very it's a feel good story. I feel good. I feel good after reading it. It's kind of a nice thing. This could have been a lot worse. What happened? This lady deserves some type of medal in and of herself. Unbelievable. I'm going to post the link to the article, and I'm also going to see if I can find. I'm sure there's probably got to be a link somewhere to donate funds to this family. This is a single mother of 3 that just lost her home, so that's rough. So I'm going to see if we can't find some type of legitimate charity link that's helping them out, like a GoFundMe or something, and I'll post that in the description as well. It's been a little bit short today, but that's all I got. Shalom.